Hey, good morning, guys. Yeah, I was thinking about a lot of the guys that really set the bars high, and South Carolina kind of I felt like kind of needed their own little section, on a video, and there was a bunch of them, and some of them were family, and but there was uh, Kevin Metzer. He competed early on. Um, with Ultimate Audio, Brantley Waits, Chris Thompson. Um, there was other good stores like Joe Zolano from Elite Audio. Um, those guys, were really, like I say, they were ahead in our area for doing the SPL. And I wanted to kind of give a little breakdown on each one of them's little. But I have a few pictures of Elite Audios from Joe Zolano's, some of the stuff he was doing. Chris Thompson, I've got some of his stuff. Chris was a high tone guy, and when they dropped the rules down, he went to a few shows after that, but shortly after he stopped. I think it was to break a vehicle down and do a lot of stuff by yourself, and it's just a big job, and not having a lot of teammates to help it kind of it does, or have your a store where you got employees or stuff like that. It was a lot, because Chris had 1615s, Petrus Hyper Throws, and Soundstream, and it's just a big system, and to break that down and start all over again, when he had been using the high tone setup for so many years, it was just a different world, that it was going into, and so a lot of the guys that were playing high tones, a lot of them kind of stepped away when it became playing bass, because there was such big teardowns and rebuilds, and it's really, I hated it when it was happening, because a lot of those guys were so passionate about it. But like I say, it's just a big teardown and a big rebuild, and a lot of guys just were, they had been doing it for a few years, and they enjoyed what they were doing, and it was a different time, switching to bass from the high tones. It was a different. I did a little bit of high tones here and there, but I mostly had been sticking with under the 80 hertz rule, even before there was that, playing bass, because I always, at that time I had my Ford Explorer, and I actually liked riding and listening to music. And a lot of the guys that played high tones were mostly trailer in their vehicles. So in that too, when the 2000, like I was saying in one of the earlier videos, talking about, getting the points and stuff, it was a little bit tighter when they first brought it out. Wayne first brought out the rules for, only a certain amount of spots, and a lot of the driven vehicles actually took a lot of their spots. And if you notice from the finals in '98, there were, I would say probably 3/4 of them were extreme vehicles that were towed probably, and then by 2000 it was the swing. It was probably just the opposite of that. So a lot of guys had to do some different things, but I wanted to give you guys some pictures of, like I say, the guys from South Carolina, and Martin Taylor from Ultimate Audio, and that. So I hope you guys enjoy these pictures. Yeah, I hope you guys like the videos. At the end of it, if you notice, there was two CDs, music. There were bass CDs, and to give you an example how prominent, you know, the guys were Ultimate Audio, Martin Taylor's truck. If you notice, one of the biggest CDs, you know, from bass CDs from back in the day with test tones and everything. It was really famous CD. You know, that's his truck in the back of the Bass Mechanic, the original Bass Mechanic CD that they used. And you know, it just shows you, you know, just not in you know, just the car audio, but in the music world period. You know, that those guys were in the minds, on the minds of people, and they, you know, like I say, they were doing really good stuff, and the music industry noticed it, you know, when they were going to come out with a bass CD, and I think it was fantastic. It was really good for the sport. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you guys have a great day.